the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on the fourth-ranked team of the land, the Charlotte 49ers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Monarchs will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the single back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Right back to the well. Still on his feet at the 45. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Charlotte.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down for this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Matthews. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
The give to the left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a crease to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
He's going for it all. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
The Monarchs come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. And that ball is picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against the safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB. He knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it up.
Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
4-2 Spider. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Get it out on the screen. At the 45, on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
2nd down coming up.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6, so nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the 49ers have their offense in high gear. The give to the tailback. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Give to the running back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He got his man on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the 1st.
The 49ers will line it up on 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Niners!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous defenders after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
From the gun, give on the inside. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking downfield, it's Matthews. Quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Gain of 16. That's a first down for the offense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Old Dominion.
First down to start the drive after the break. The pitch to the left. Got room at the 35. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, ODU.
Touchdown. Old Dominion.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Now 2nd and 10. Ball's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. To the ground with the back. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Monarchs!
Old Dominion.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready.
Running toward the tape. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Inside the 35. He's loose. Touchdown 49ers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to run for it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He lets it fly. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And the Monarchs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
3rd and goal coming up here. Toss to the left. Hard-hitting tackle.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Never a doubt. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off.
And that pass is intercepted. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Matthews. Now sliding to his left. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The Monarchs want to crank the tempo. They'll run for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Picks up the 1st down. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Charlotte! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job between the quarterback and tight end on that play. In this area of the field, these windows are really small, so you've got to have great timing. QB and tight end showed you right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the 49ers will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help some, alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Shakes off the tackler. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Matthews. Fires to the wideout. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes. They've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity, their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
The 49ers line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
And they'll knock him down.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Back to pass, it's Matthews. Shoots it to the left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third and long, he has to throw for it. That's caught. It's Walker. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to this possession.
He has been in see-ball, get-ball mode all day, and he is making his mark in this rivalry game, guys.
I'll tell you, he was sick and tired of reading about and hearing about the offenses coming into this one. This guy had his own designs and his own plans. He has been balling, David, all over the field.
And it's so fun. A rivalry game, you have so much emotion, so much passion. Well, guess what? You can let that out on defense. And defense, you can fly around, make plays, and he's been doing it all game long.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. He's right on target. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And the defense brought the blitz on third down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
The Monarchs are flying down the field. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
It's the MO of this offense. They really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? To the air, it's Matthews. Working that left side now. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Breaks the tackle. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pocket starts to collapse. There's a live football. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And man, that's such a great play by the quarterback to scramble around and make something happen. But I got to understand at the end of that run to take care of the football. I can't cough it up. Really good job scrambling, but poor job finishing that run.
Now they'll run it to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's the runback. Loss of 1 on the play. Second down coming up.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Running with power. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to how to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Charlotte 31, Old Dominion.
And the 49ers will punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Matthews. They're setting up the screen. Smashes through. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found it.
In the screen.
Would pick up on first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on second down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with a win.
Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he could hit that turbo button.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Charlotte.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
With the run on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
3rd and goal.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by 10 to Penn State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fights off a defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. What great backs, not good backs, not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways to get on the perimeter, and more importantly, you better be ready to throw the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Matthews. He's going up top here late in the game. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now you get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Touchdown, Charlotte! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he's going to run it back. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to run it to the right. Open space at the 25. Off he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David, he shows you the speed.
Just straight.
And the pass is intercepted. Past the 50. Inside the 30. The 10. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football and then, oh, it's out! And after this play, the cake will be baked. Come on, set. They'll try the right side. At the 45 on his way. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that